everyone, and Happy Easter! We're the Next Gen team here at Mountain Ridge Church. My name is Kathy.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Carrie.
And we're so pumped for what's about to happen. But before we get started, there's only one thing that you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family.
So if you're a teenager, this is for you too. College students, you as well.
And if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun and we need you to lead the way.
Adults, buckle up. This is Easter like you've never done it before.
No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam, it's for you too.
And the only way to not have fun is to not participate.
So look around you. Is there anybody missing? If so, hit the pause button right now and go get them. No, seriously, hit the pause button.
We're gonna get started here in 3,
2,
1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are only 2 kinds of people in the world. People who love these things and people that don't, like me. I just don't get it. How can you eat something so cute and so sugary? Well, let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things. Thumbs down if you don't. Okay, I can see we have a lot of different opinions out there. No matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you are going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. Carrie's going to explain exactly how everything works, and then she's going to tell us when to start.
First, divide the room into 2 teams, Team A and Team B. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any Peeps, don't worry. You can use big marshmallows as well. Team A gets Peep A, Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with cooler names like Queen Sugar or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your Peeps and give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your Peep. Give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your Peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each Peep to prepare them for battle. Think of your toothpick as a joust, a lightsaber, a sword. Just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure that your toothpick is facing forward towards the other Peep. Place your 2 contestants on the microwavable plate. No social distancing necessary. You want your Peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer for 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the Peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna stop the microwave. Trust me on this one. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of your Peep jousting. It's go time. Press pause now and we'll wait here. How did it go? Who won? We want pictures. Post them with the hashtag Easter2020MRC. I have to admit, that was more fun than I thought. And also, this happened.
So, are you guys ready for another game? Now, for this one, you're gonna need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean or dirty, it doesn't even matter, as long as you have a match. If you need to go grab those things, now would be a great time. So press pause, and then Johnny is going to explain the rest.
Okay, you got your basket and your socks? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. You will also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. To get started, dump all of the socks on one side of the room, and don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then place the basket on the other side. And when I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile to find the matching sock, roll those socks together into the shape of a ball or an Easter egg, and then toss them, like this, into that Easter basket. The player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you'll have to keep up with that number on your own. And that means that everybody is on the honor system. All right, parents, looking at you. Okay, if you need, press pause right now to get everything and everyone in position for the game. We'll wait here. Okay, is everybody ready? Great. All right, we're gonna put a 1 minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1,
Go!
Okay, families, come on back over here. Who won? All right, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Just make sure, adults, that whoever did win that challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe even one of these things.
No.
Okay, maybe not.
I sure hope you're having fun so far. I know we are. We're celebrating because it is all about Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today we'll talk about what makes Easter better than any other day. In fact, it is the best day ever. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on your screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Go ahead, we'll wait.
Okay, so I just got like 9 texts from our friends saying Happy Easter. Thanks, fam. Nice.
Happy Easter!
Did you just hear someone say Happy Easter? That's awesome.
Even though we're celebrating a little differently this year than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still the best day ever.
And it's not just because of the Peep Wars or the Easter baskets or the chocolate bunnies. No, those things are awesome.
It's still the best day ever because of what happened thousands of years ago, that first Easter.
Is the Bible true?
Yes.
Is the Bible for you?
Yes.
Yes, the Easter story is the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, even though I've heard the Easter story, it still amazes me. I mean, God sent his son Jesus to die on the cross because he loves us so much. And this reminds us he is greater than anything that can go wrong in our world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to us that we can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive.
I can be brave because
Jesus is alive.
I can have hope because
Jesus is alive. Here's an idea for your family. Take a few minutes and add to the list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Go ahead and pause the video while you discuss it. When you're finished, meet us back here. Awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering that God sent his son Jesus helps us to trust him with what's going on in our lives right now. We hope that's true for you too, and we hope that you spend the rest of Easter making happy memories with your family on the best day ever.
To get started, you guys will need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent, an aunt, or even one of the kids. Either way, decide who that person is and get them. You got it? All right.
As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or in your PJs. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or silly with one of those filters that makes your face turn into a bunny rabbit. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then share it to social media. Remember to use the hashtag Easter2020MRC so we can see your family's Easter style.
Now, we have one last family challenge for you to continue celebrating Easter throughout the entire weekend. Starting Saturday morning, we have an Easter photo scavenger hunt on Facebook and Instagram. There are 7 different clues that tie directly back to the Bible verses that tell the entire Easter story. Maybe now more than ever, this is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness.
And the hope that He gives us in Jesus.
After all, that's what makes Easter
The best day ever.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate